And now to our special report. KXLY4 has led the way in covering the implementation of I-502. All week we've shown you what our state will look like with recreational pot sales by taking an in-depth look at Colorado. And KXLY4's Cull traveled to Denver. He joins us now live in the studio with part 5 of his series, Legal Weed.
And Nadine, you've seen what marijuana stores look like, what they can become, how other businesses hope to cash in on cannabis, and what police are seeing on the road. So finally, we wanted to take to the streets and find out what people in Colorado are seeing and smelling. In this land of legal weed, with pot being the fastest selling thing since Bronco gear, you might say it's a glimpse into Washington's future. But look, everyone isn't stoned and the air isn't filled with puffs of intoxicating smoke.
Before, neighbors would smoke sometimes in their yard, and that's about the same.
To get a better look at what these people say our lives might look like, we went to the best park in the city. The name seemed appropriate.
It's a big change from before.
What they mean by before is medical marijuana sales. The state officially authorized those 3 years ago, and now all of the recreational pot shops are former medical dispensaries.
I think everybody's getting more relaxed about it, more accepting of it.
You see it on the street, you smell it on the street much?
Not any more than I did before.
Some people are happy about the new law and the estimated taxes people are starting to hear in the news. Like the first $40 million are going directly to schools.
I haven't seen any difference, and I don't think it's something to be concerned about. I'm glad that the money's going into the hands of the right people instead of the underground.
It's a great way for the state to make money. It goes on anyways, and so it might as well become legalized.
On the other hand, parents worry the kids in those schools may see the marijuana signs and be tempted. Some question how they'll explain what weed is to their children.
And I am concerned about how things will change for them as they start being exposed to more frequent drug use at a much younger age than I ever was.
You don't really want children to get hooked on something because it's legal. Maybe they won't realize how dangerous it could be.
If there's one thing we learned in Washington Park, Colorado is a lot like us, and soon we'll be a lot like them when legal weed sales arrive. Even though people were saying that they were smelling it, keep in mind it's still very illegal to smoke outside in Colorado and Washington. Both states also have limits on advertising, although the stores in Denver very visible. Here you don't see them so much, but there you could definitely tell what it was.
You? Well, you've done a great job on this series all week. I mean, you've really enlightened so many of us, and it's here to stay whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Alaska voters are going to be voting on it. I saw on the wires just today that New Mexico, an effort there was stalled, but more and more states are going down this road.
Yeah, more lawmakers are flirting with the idea of bringing up bills, at least talking about that legislation. Some states are saying absolutely not.
Yeah. Other
states are, and I think that, they might be doing the same thing to us, what we're doing to Colorado. They might be looking at Washington.
Sure.
If they ever pass it, look at how they're going to legalize it. We're going to be following this implementation for a long time. If you have any questions about this series or anything like that, you can tweet me, of course, at IanKXLY.
You are the guy in the know, that is for sure. Thanks so much, Ian.
Thank you.
Well, our Legal Weed series has focused this week on the biggest lessons that we can learn from Colorado's marijuana industry. We told you about the huge demand at stores in Colorado and how some are rationing pot, the massive grow operations, including one mega business that calls itself the Costco of pot, the influx of tourism to Colorado, and the impact of potentially more stone drivers on the road. Now, you can see all of Ian's stories, plus dozens more. We have a special marijuana news section. Just go to our website at KXLY.com.